in. Come on, come in. Monday, marvelous Monday. I feel like it's a Monday too. Hello, I started to say fellowship. Oh, where did that come from? That was my old church. My brother used to pastor here. Fellowship. Well, we are going to fellowship together. Hopefully that's how you feel. Because every time I have the word of the day, I feel like we've had a little fellowship. Hey, Stacy, glad to see you. Thank you for coming in. I am Darissa. I am the CEO and founder of God's Chosen Vessels and also the creator of the Embrace formula. Hey, happy midday. Girl, I had to get some sleep. I had to do it. It was 5 o'clock again. And when I got into bed, and there was just no way I could keep my eyes open for an hour and a half and come at you 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Pacific time. It just wasn't going to happen, you guys. I apologize, but I was determined to get up, get it together before noon. Thank you for inviting your followers. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the hearts and showing love. And thank you for coming and join me once you got the notification. I really appreciate you coming in today. So we are going to do the word of the day. Like I said, I have committed to 365 days, Periscope and Facebook. And so even if I'm a little tad bit late because of my life circumstances, it's still going down. It's still going down. So just know that just because Darissa doesn't press broadcast at 7 like planned, something is probably going on here at the house or, commitment. Yeah, I'm committed. And so it's going down. Hey, Nikki, thank you for joining. So yeah, I had to do that. I had to do that. I'm telling you, and I don't get headaches, but my head was pounding. I don't know what was going on. Well, I kind of do, but maybe not. I started detoxing in the last couple of days. And so usually day 2, day 3 is when it really kicks in. So yesterday was my day 2. And that too, yeah. Lack of sleep, for real. That's it. But it's really sad because the sleep thing I really can't do a whole lot about, Stacy. It is what it is. I have to work with Mama and Kylia, and they tag team. I swear they stay up at night and chart out who's gonna take what hour. Yeah, the detoxing will definitely do it. So I know when I do the 10-day cleanse, usually I tell people, day 2 and day 3, if you can make it to day 4, then you're in there, but your body starts releasing, especially if you're a strict detoxer like I am. When I'm on it, I'm on it. There's no gray at all. I go head on. I don't do the modified. I do the full. And so that means, if I've been messing up, treating myself a little bit too much, which I have with these late nights, because I like to nibble, and so, if I have a lot of toxins to release, you're going to pay the price because they have to release from the body. So it is what it is. That's just part of the game. You can't give up, and headaches is definitely a symptom. I know what symptoms I usually experience when I detox. Hey, Sabrina, thank you for joining. And I haven't experienced any of those. So just having that one headache is really a blessing. And that's kind of lightweight for me. So I just did what I needed to do. And that was put my head on the pillow and go sit down somewhere. So that's it. I turned the alarm off. I did not get up and put Kylia on no bus. She in there sleep. Mom in there sleep. It's all good. There it is. So that's my treat for myself. So I thank you guys again for coming in. So let's get on this word of the day. A quick reminder for those who are just coming in. The word of the day is not to take the place of your prayer time or your devotion. That's right, honey. Got to do it. Everybody's doing well, Sabrina. Thank you for asking. And so what we do is we use this exercise as to sharpen our perception skills, to help us to look things in a positive light, to keep focused on God, our creator, who is in charge of everything. So not to let life circumstances come and make us anxious or make us fearful. That's not how we want to. It's okay to respond that way initially because we are human. We have our emotions, but we don't want to linger in that thing too long. We need to readjust and quickly reassess the situation. We need to stay focused, people. So you want to focus on God and focus on what he will have you to do. And you want to focus on him being in control of that thing and not allowing anything to harm you. If he allowed it, it's for a reason. So building our trust in him, building our trust in the fact that he knows what's best for us. And it might not even look even remotely close to that list of things you have to do. You might want to just throw that out because that might not be what's best for you. So what we do is we pick words from this glass blindly, which is symbolic of life. Life can just come at us and blindside us. We don't always get a memo or, there's no segue to some of the things that happen. And so we want to practice responding accordingly, And so I also want to add, we have a page on Facebook. For those of you who are on Facebook, it's the Embrace Formula. So if you don't mind, if you could go and visit, like the page, and suggest some words that I put in here, because eventually we're going to run out. So I don't want to run out. I want to go a whole full 365 strong. Okay. So I'd appreciate if you could do that, my people. So I'm going to go ahead and find us a word and see what we're going to see. Okay. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Forgotten. Yes, thank you, Stacy, for putting that up. Forgotten is our word. Nobody wants to be forgotten. I don't want to be forgotten. That's a really sad feeling. That's a sad feeling. I had a moment of that a few days ago. Sometimes, I want to say this. Sometimes you can be surrounded by people and still feel lonely, I guess that would be. Or sometimes I do want to be forgotten. You know what, Nikki? You can be alone and not lonely, or lonely and not alone. You know what I'm saying? Forgotten in a sense. Something came up in our family that I needed to tend to, but I was very limited in what I could do. I mean, I have the capability of doing it. It's not that, but I was limited in my ability to do it because of my life circumstances. I'm pretty kind of sequestered here to the house, basically. People who know me and have known me all my life know D-Mac is that chick that'll get in the car and drive from here to Philly in the drop of a hat. That's just how I'm wired. I just do. I'm the go-to girl. What time we leaving? Okay, you ain't there already? What do you mean it ain't done? That's me. That's just how I am. And so because of my caregiving responsibilities, and please let me make this clear because I don't want to word it wrong, I am not in no way suggesting that I would want it to have it to be any other way. Please let me make that totally clear. This is a season in my life that I understand God has allowed, and I'm thankful for that season. When I compare my mother, who is pain-free from what I can tell, because this situation could be so much worse. But when I look at her gradual, how I want to term this, leaving me, but the time that I'm getting to spend with her every single day, and 4 and 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, but that's precious time. And when I compare that to how suddenly and unexpected and horrific Daddy was taken from me, I take this any day. I'll take this any day. So I said all that to say that I'm not by any means trying to paint a picture of, oh, woe is me. No, that's nah. So please don't think that. The point I am trying to make is that sometimes things happen, and because of my circumstances, it's just impossible for me to do this and do that. It just is what it is. There's only one of me. So that's kind of what happened this past weekend. There was something I really, really wanted to tend to and really wanted to do, but it was just impossible because I call people. Well, can you come and sit with no? Okay. Okay. I understand. Okay, let me call this one. So I just went down the list, and then you get to a point where your list is only this many people or whatever that you can really depend on, but then they're otherwise engaged. Then it is what it is. You just can't. So it was, unfortunately, Satan tried to kind of talk to me and get in my head and just say, see, don't nobody. And there was a moment where I started kind of having a pity party. I started kind of trying to feel forgotten. It's like, okay, Lord, I try to do right. I try to do this. I be there for everybody, even in spite of my situation. Okay, can't nobody just, okay, really? What? I had that for a moment. And I promise you, God set a ram in the bush. I didn't see this one coming. and I can't tell who she is because she asked me, to keep it on the down. But just mention it for, God has not, and I know he hasn't. You're so right, Stacey. I know he has not forgotten me. I know that. But that was Satan, and he uses that power of suggestion. That again, he'll attack that mind, because if he can get you thinking stinking, then the rest will kind of follow. You know what I'm saying? So I realized what was happening when it happened. I know nothing could have been further from the truth. Yeah. And we go through those periods because he's going to always attack. That's what he does. Right. And so it didn't last long, but I love the way God let me know that he did not forget me, because the solution to the problem came from nowhere. Well, yeah, sometimes, Sabrina, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I do the best I can with what I got, and God always provides. Like in this case, this particular person I called, for some other reason. And when I ended up talking to them the day after I had called them, she just volunteered. Oh, I can do that. Huh? And like I said, she's not someone I've known a long time. She said, oh, I'll drive there and do that. And no problem at all. Just let me know what time. It's like, what? And I'm grateful. But in that moment, there was oh, thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate you, sweetheart. In that moment, that was an example of how God letting me know that I'm not forgotten. That thing was so big to me. It was overwhelming, and it had the potential of dragging me into a dark place. Because I felt alone in that moment because I felt forgotten, because I'm like, nobody can do this. I mean, really? Come on, people. You called me for bigger things, knowing my situation, and I still deliver, so I don't understand. And so when this person came through, I see it as God letting me know that he has not forgotten me, that he will always have a ram in the bush for me, that he will always provide for me, that I am not forsaken and that I am not forgotten. And that he hasn't left me. He's ever present. And so that tends to, if I open my eyes and really allow myself to see what's really going on around me, there's evidence every day that he has not forgotten me, even in the mercy that he shows with my mother. That lets me know he has not forgotten. He knows what's best. Even in spite of the situation, he knows what's best. I can't always figure it out. But when I allow, yes, Nikki, when I let my little feeble mind just comprehend the simple, the comparison between mama and daddy, I'm like, wow, that's mercy. That's mercy. Because he probably know I lose my mind. I should have lost my mind then back in 83. But I see you, sweetheart. I see you, Brina. And, so I just, to be forgotten is not a good feeling. I don't wish it on anybody. Nobody wants to be forgotten. Everybody, I know Miss Oprah always say, everybody wants to be seen and everybody wants to be heard. And that's the truth. I think it's a basic human need to be seen and to be heard. To look someone in the eyes. That's one thing. I mean, to look them in the eye and I see you. I see you, not just your circumstances, not what you have on. I see you. I see your story. I hear your story. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's just how we relate as humans. But for God himself to send evidence that he has not forgotten me, that he sees me. I see you, daughter. I see everything that's going on, and to send me proof that he's there, that he's here, that he's available, and that no problem of mine is too small. Something as simple as that. Something as simple as driving from point A to point B to deliver something for someone. He sees even those things. And that's just one more reason to praise him. That's just one more reason to be grateful every day, because the God and creator of everything has not forgotten me. There was a song, I want to say back in 90, I think it was mid 90s. And I can't remember if it was Dietrich Hatton. Hello, Rose. Thank you. Rose of the Recruiter. Thank you for joining, darling. Thank you for the hearts, and thank you for sharing and inviting your followers. We're talking about forgotten. That's our word of the day today. And maybe it was Tone, because I remember there was a period when I was just jamming Dietrich, and I was jamming Tone for a long time, but I want to say that was Tone. And my mother loved music also. Mama loved music, but every now and then there's certain songs that I would consider contemporary that Mama would come right out and let you know she loved that song. Oh, I love that song. I just don't know what it is about that song. I love that song. It was like, you like that song? And that was one of them. It was God Is Not Forgot was the name of the song. Real slow song, not a cappella, but I want to say that was Tone. Why do I keep thinking that was Dietrich Haddon? But anyway, about the same time, they were the CDs came out at the same time. And I want to say this was like 90. Colin was born because Colin loved this song. I want to say this was like 98, maybe 97, 98. And but it was God Has Not Forgot. God Has Not Forgot. If he said that he would do it, it will come to pass. God has not forgot. God has not forgot. It's a real simple song. The song is bomb. Okay, look it up. And so I think about that. I think about that, and I think about Mom, loving that song. My mom was a character. She was a character. This is told. Wait, I'm gonna digress because y'all know I have to do it at least one time per scope. I remember one day I came home from college. I was in the weekend, and Mama, the way our house was built, when you come in the house, you're in the kitchen first, and there was a big window overlooking, the street and the neighbors and everything. So you could see everything going on the street, right? So that was Mama's spot. She would be sitting there washing dishes or whatever. We had a dishwasher, but she didn't believe in putting nothing in no dishwasher. Her and Daddy both. So what was the purpose? I digress. Anyway, so she would be looking out the window, and I remember I was back in the room, in the bedroom, and I heard her, humming and singing, because we had a house full of music. That's just that it was uncommon not to have music playing somewhere in some room in the house at all times. That's just how it is. Or either Mama would be down there on the piano or something like that, playing or something. And so she was singing, but I remember I caught the tune in my head, and I'm like, what is she singing? It sounded familiar. So as I got closer to the kitchen, I heard. And I wish I could show you. She had this house coat on, and she was my mama had big hips, because I got big hips. I got it from my mama. And she did this little sway thing, kind of like, if y'all know OBB, Old Black Baptist, how the choir would swing a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. This is what she had going on. And she was singing, and I quote, "Why do you just leave me standing now? Alone in a world so cold." I know my mama ain't singing Prince. I will never forget that as long as I live. She was singing and knew the words, which shocked me. If you know my mama, that right there ain't cute. It's like, what? And I remember when I started singing with her, she looked at me, she stopped singing. She swore down that wasn't what she was singing. I will never forget that day. Okay, I digress. That's my Joe Francis story for the day. But anyway, that song and God Has Not Forgot, because it was a more R&B type of gospel kind of thing. Like I said, if you know anything about Tone and Dietrich Haddon, it's not your traditional OBB. You know what I'm saying? Old Black Baptist Missionary Church. It ain't that kind of gospel. And so I would venture to say they take it a step past even Brother Kurt. You know what I'm saying? Kind of expounded on it a little bit. But I love it. But I was just shocked that she knew the song. So I don't know if it's because I played it so much. I don't know. I wasn't even living at home at the time. So I don't understand about that. But she knew God Has Not Forgot. And she loved it. And in fact, she taught it to my sister's youngest boy. I have a CD now that they're actually, maybe I'll play it for you guys one day. I have a CD with Mama and my youngest nephew. And at the time, I want to say he was 2 or 3. Now he's like 17, 18 now. Where they're singing God Has Not Forgot. She's playing it on the piano and they're singing it together. And so, yeah, I got to pull that out and listen to that. Yeah, because he was a little tight then. But now he rapping all over the place. But yeah, so Mama, but anyways, I totally digress. I started talking about my mama, just good memories. But anyway, I have not forgotten my mama. I know she's a different person now, but at the same time, she's still Joe Francis, and she shows me that every day. And even though Alzheimer's is, It's a cold piece of work, y'all. It's a cold piece of work. I ain't gonna lie. And there are times when it's obvious that she doesn't know who I am, but I know in here, she has not forgotten me. Thank you, Lord. She has not forgotten me, because there are times when I walk in the room, she's just staring at me. And if I get right up in her face, you know I love you, Mama. You know I love you. And she won't say nothing at first. And I think it takes a minute to process. It could be 5 minutes later. All of a sudden she'll just shout, yeah. Okay. So I know my God has not forgotten me. I know my mama has not totally forgotten me. She's in there. And God knows I have not forgotten her. So anyway, you guys, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord for forgotten. Do you still play? I play music for Mama every single day. I sure do, Rosa. Every day there's music playing in there now. Even when it's not up loud, like at night, when we turn in for the night, I have music playing all the time. You know, I've made her so many CDs. I mean, there's CDs I've made, you know, of I try to make familiar songs, you know, songs that she used to sing with her, because Mama had some singing groups. So I try to find those on YouTube, and I got this little app that lets me take the songs off, so I can do that. And then there's, you know, and there's times she loves the last concert I treated Mom to before she really started. I knew something was kind of going on. Mr. Lee Williams came to town. And so I got her tickets to see Mr. Lee. That's an ad-libbing brother right there. And so I went to see this. So she loved Lee Williams. So I play him a lot. Just anything. Mahalia Jackson, anybody that I can think of. Daddy has so many James Cleveland albums and stuff. So I still play albums because I got an old album, a record player over there. So just whatever I can dig out. Girl, yeah, music. You got to have music. This house would be crazy without. I wouldn't even feel right. I wouldn't feel right with some music playing. And sometimes it's so low, the normal ear probably can't even hear, but I know it's on. It's like I just have to know that it's on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how us McAllisters are wired. It sure is. Brother Stevie knew that. Songs in the Key of Life. Honey, that was a bad Mamma Jamma too. Oh, that's another one. He had Mamma Jamma. No, that wasn't him. That was, what was his name? Carlton somebody. Bad Mamma Jamma. Different song. Anyway, I digress. I'm tripping. I feel good today, you guys. This was a good message for me too. And changing that perception. Forgotten seems like it would be such a flashback. I do that a lot. Forgotten seems like it would be such a dreadful word. You know, such a dreadful word, but it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. Especially when you put I am not forgotten. She is not forgotten. It takes all the power out of it. It takes the sting out of it. God has not forgotten me, and he never will. He remembers to feed the birds. He remembers to feed the little sparrows, you guys. If he remembers a John Brown bird, what makes you think he's not going to remember you? What makes you think that he doesn't love you? He sent his only son. He didn't do all that for naught, you know? So when we got to put that thing in perspective when we're going through. And I'm preaching to myself because like I said, I had a little moment there, a little moment. And I know that's not going to be the last time it happens, but I have to train myself to perceive that thing as harmless and not true, because I'm not forgotten, and to not put that label on what I was doing because I was making phone calls and nothing was panning out. Israel has a song, I'm Not Forgotten. Girl, I would praise even harder when I hear it. Okay, I got to put that on today. I think I know, because I'm not real good at all titles, and I know Israel, honey, that brother ain't no joke. Ooh, and his testimony, baby, now that's somebody that can say that he ain't forgotten. You know what I'm saying? The way his even coming into the world went down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and now look at him. Now look at him. Everybody know him. Everybody know him. You know, praising God all over the place. Yeah, that brother ain't no joke. That brother ain't nothing to be played with. He really ain't nothing to be played with. I feel you on that. So yeah, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that the Lord has given me something to hold on to. Every day, He gives me a reason to believe. and to worship him because he is who he is, if for no other reason. Life could be so messed up if I let it. If I let it. And I tell you to say that if you let it, you have to really get to the point where you trust him and understand that he knows what's best. And get out of yourself. You got to get out of yourself, get out of your thoughts, get out of your ways, and know that you ain't running nothing, boo. And I know for me, the sooner I did that, the sooner I submitted, and the sooner I got to the point where I like, okay, Lord, I need a whole way of looking at this, because obviously my way ain't working. This ain't working. Now I'm sitting in my office. I need to hear it when I get off. Okay, yeah, I am too. I'm gonna have to go and check it out too. I think that'll be me and Mama's theme song for the day. It sounds like a winner. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I really do. I thank you, all my replay viewers. I want to thank you for coming in, and I thank you so much for just sharing this time with me, and for us learning together and pulling together and speaking to one another about this word of the day. I thank you for hanging with me. This is the 70, am I right? Yeah, the 70, wow, the 72nd episode. That's crazy. That's really crazy. 72, that was a good year. I was in second grade in 72. I digress. I thank you for these. God bless you. Well, God bless you. I thank God. To God be the glory. So, I want to thank you. Please invite your friends and meet me here tomorrow if you wish, and follow me if you're not following me, so you can get the notifications. That's on Facebook and on the wonderful world of Periscope. I love Periscope. I really do. I encourage you guys on Facebook. Try Periscope. Just try it. You might like it. I believe if you go Periscope, you never go back. I'm just saying. That's just me. But you might want to try that thing. So I thank you all for, let me see what's going on over here. Dress Elaine. Thank you. I thank you. I just want to take the opportunity to thank you guys for hanging with me as much as you do. And I love you for that. I really love you for that. I really do. And being patient with me on the days when I need to get some sleep, because today it was much needed. I didn't think I could do a 1.5 hour sleep thing and then focus and function for the rest of the day. But I'm good. I'm good now. I feel good. I got a scope later on tonight. I'll be part of the Perry Girls karaoke. It is Jackson 5 night. Yes, so I couldn't miss that. So I signed up, and we're all not Michael songs, but the Jackson 5 songs. So I think there's 6 or 7 people on. So you might want to check that. 7:00 Pacific time. Again, Facebook people, you got to be on Periscope to enjoy that. So you can find me at I Am God's Brat. And if you find me, then you'll be able to see. It's going to be fun, Nikki. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to try to come out the pocket because, everybody going to grab the obvious, maybe the ABC and, and I'll be there. I'm finna go snatch something else. I got to snatch something, kind of go way back. But I want it to still be familiar, so I kind of think I know what I'm going to do. So we're going to see. 7:00, y'all. Be there. I'll be square. Okay. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. I love y'all. I hope you're having a blessed day, a marvelous Monday. Don't let Satan get in your head, talk crazy. Please do something. I used to say, I came up with an acronym. I had a T-shirt made back in college. Satan is a punk, a persistent, unnecessary nuisance to my conscience. Conscience was with a K. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get another T-shirt made. If I can find the old one. It's probably too small now because the girl done picked up a couple pounds. You know how they go. I'm pleasantly plump now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know. That's pretty cool. Everything was an acronym to me. I'm an acronym girl. I love making acronyms for everything. But yeah, he's a punk. He's a punk. So y'all can replay that and get that. Don't take it. That's mine. But I might put that on a T-shirt. I think it's pretty cool. I had a T-shirt. It was black with the gold it wasn't even rhinestones. It was studs. One of my friends back in college made it for me. And she said, you always talking about he's a punk. I'll make you a T-shirt. She made me a T-shirt. I don't even know if I still have it. I hope I do, but I ain't guaranteed I can get in it. I might be able to get my head through it. I was a little bitty something then. Yeah, I was rocking that size 6, 8. Yeah. Many moons ago. Anyway, many moons and many milkshakes. Didn't know what a cleanse was then, didn't he? Okay. Anyway, I digress. It's okay to laugh at yourself, you guys. It's okay. To God be the glory. I think Jesus laughed too. He had to. Running around with them 12 jokers. I'm sure. I'm sure they kept him on his toes. Girl, I only knew that on. Oh, Nikki said she only knew that on shoe sizes. You so crazy. I used to say when I was what was that? I was I can't, like I said, 8. I ain't seen 8 since I was 8 or something crazy like that. So yeah, it is what it is. It's all good. To God be the glory. I thank you guys for joining. See you tomorrow or tonight. Okay, if the Lord say the same, and embrace your life, embrace your purpose. Say it with me. Cherish your time and know that God woke you up this morning, giving you another chance to get it right. Don't blow it, y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. My girlfriend that's on here now always says I love life. It's funny. Tuki used to say it all. That's how you text. So I do. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I really do. See you on the soup. That's what Joe would say. Don't ask me what that means. I don't know. What soup? Soup? Why soup?